Most transducer mounts on aluminum fishing boats, frankly, suck. Some transducers, like this particular one, can be fairly heavy and are subject to considerable resistance when you're running down the lake. Over time, they work loose because the aluminum on your boat is typically around only 1/10 of an inch thick, and so there's very little for the mounting screws to bite into. My transducer often would slip, and so I had to retighten the screws frequently, and my boat would slowly leak around the mounting screws. That is until I figured out a much better way to mount these things. In this video, I'm going to share with you a very robust way to mount your transducer so that it stays in place and you don't have to worry about it ever again. I'm going to start by showing you the finished product, and then I'll partially disassemble this to show you what you need and how to do it. And what I've done here is I've used 2 pieces of what is called marine board right here. There's 2 pieces sandwiched together. One piece is permanently mounted to the hull of my boat, and the other is used to mount the transducer bracket. And I'm using bolts instead of screws. I then attach the 2 pieces together. Okay, I've taken it apart now. I'm going to show you what this system entails. You first got your first mounting board, which is permanently mounted to the boat using epoxy and 2 screws that are countersinked into the marine board. Then you have this separate second board, which has a mounting bracket attached to it via 3 bolts that are countersunk into that particular board. And the whole thing is held in place by 4 screws that go on the outside of the perimeter. The advantage of this approach is that the transducer bracket is far less likely to slip because it's held in place by these bolts as opposed to screws. And also it's also less likely to work loose if you go to adjust this or if you bump into anything, because the mount for the transducer is separate from the mount against the boat itself. So you can adjust this up and down, and it's not going to weaken your position. Now, before we go any further, I will say that there's a simpler approach to do this, and that is to take 1 piece of marine board like this, attach it to your transom, and then screw your transom bracket directly into that. And the advantage of that is that you'll be screwing it into a 1/2 inch or so piece of marine board as opposed to a 1/10 inch piece of aluminum. However, that still will work loose over time. These transducers, again, get a lot of resistance, and so I wanted something more permanent, which is why I came up with this particular approach. Now I'm going to go over the materials and tools you need to do this. And for your convenience, I've created a shopping list of all the items you need on Amazon, and you can find a link to that in the video description. In terms of materials, first you need 1 sheet of marine board. That's also known as HDPE, or high density polyethylene. That is a 1/2 inch thick and at least 6 inches by 12 inches in size, that you'll eventually cut into 2 separate pieces. Then you're just seeing a little scrap of mine up there. Next to that, you see that you need some epoxy. Then you need 6 stainless steel screws that are 1 inch in length, 3 stainless steel bolts that are about 3/4 inch in length, 3 stainless steel washers, and 3 stainless steel lock nuts. And in terms of tools, you'll need a saw to cut the marine board, which is pretty hard stuff, a drill for your pilot holes, a screwdriver or preferably a driver to drive in or mount the screws, and then a socket set to attach your transducer bracket. And if you have a painted hull, you'll also want to have preferably a sander or grinder or a piece of sandpaper that you can use to remove a section of paint where you're going to mount the board to create a better bond. Start by cutting 2 pieces of marine board that are equal in size. It needs to be at least 5 inches wide ideally, but the height will vary, as you can see from mine here. And the reason is because you want the board in line with the dead rise of your transom. And that will enable you to mount the transducer close to the bottom of the boat. To do this, just take your marine board or a piece of cardboard that you can use for a template, place it on the transom in the area where you want to mount the board, and take a pencil, come in from behind, and mark the location. As you can see here. Now, when you go to cut your board, make sure that the width is such that it doesn't hang down below the bottom of your hole, because that could create issues and a lot of resistance. So in my case, all I did is I cut just inside the line from my template. And then after you've cut your first board, use that as a template to cut out the second one of equal size. Now we want to attach one of the boards to the transom. If you have a painted hull, again, like I do, place a board on the hull where you want to mount it, outline it with a pencil, and then take a sander or grinder or piece of sandpaper and scuff off the paint, which will help the board to stick to your transom better. If your hull is unpainted, then just make sure you clean that area really well so that the epoxy will stick. After you've done that, you'll want to drill 2 pilot holes side by side on the board itself. That's going to be used to help attach and make it the mount permanent. Then mix up your epoxy, something like this. Place it on the back side of your board and set it in place. And then at that point, while the epoxy is still setting, take your 2 screws and fasten the board to your transom, which will create a super strong connection to your hull. Now, when you mount those screws into your bolt, you should countersink those holes. Or if you don't have a countersink drill bit, just get a little bit wider drill so that the heads of your screws can fit down in there, so that when you put the other board up against it, the whole thing is flush. Next, take the other board and set it on top of the one mounted on the boat, and then put your mounting bracket there and mark with a pencil where you want that to go. Then you'll want to drill 3 holes in the back of that mounting bracket that are wide enough to accommodate the bolts. And on the inside portion, you should countersink the holes like you see here, so that the bolts will be flush with the board. Now, attach this mounting bracket right here to the board with those 3 bolts. And see, these bolts are about 3/4 of an inch in length, stainless steel. And on the inside, you'll have a washer and a lock nut. So put it on there. And then once you know you've got it, the height pretty much where you want it, go ahead and tighten up those bolts. Then the last thing you want to do after you've got that bracket attached to the board, then drill 4 pilot holes on the outside perimeter of this board. Okay, so drill 4 pilot holes, place it right over the other board that you've already mounted the transom, and then drive in or attach the screws, and you're good to go. So there you have a far superior way to mount your transducer that is extremely strong and should not wiggle or cause your boat to leak. You can even adjust your transducer up and down, and it's not going to weaken your mount. Yes, there are a few steps involved, but it actually goes pretty quickly once you have all the necessary tools and materials. And as I mentioned earlier, I have put a link in the video description where you can get all the materials that you need. Now, I've been using this approach for about 5 months now, and I am extremely pleased with it. My transducer now stays put, and I can adjust it up or down as I need to without weakening the mount, as I mentioned a moment ago. And I no longer have any slow leaks in my boat. But I want to hear what you think. Have you had issues with the transducer mount on your boat, or is it just me? And what do you think of my suggested approach here? Or perhaps you've come up with some other way to more permanently mount your transducer to your aluminum fishing boat. Share your thoughts in the comments section down below. And if you found this video helpful, do me a favor and click on that like button. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel to get my weekly tips and insights for boaters. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the water.